What's up, beautiful people? It's your homegirl, Miss Shameless, all up in your bathroom, in your living room, in your kitchen, in your classroom, in your workspace, when you should be focusing, but instead you watching them curls pop. A lot of people have been asking me on Instagram how I have been taking care of my curls. What am I doing? How do I get them to pop and stay so perfect? The first thing I do is sometimes I detangle, sometimes I skip this step. But to do that, I spritz my hair. This Maui Moisture, I find it's really good for detangling because it just makes my hair super slippery. And then I'll detangle with a wide brush. I'll start at the ends, make my way to the root. And this just is something I do. I don't do it all the time, but I just don't want my hair in the shower. I think that is the most disgusting thing ever, just hair in the shower. It's so funny how once a part of your body is off your body, it's like, ugh. So anyways, I digress. Sometimes I skip this. I shampoo. I am currently using Aveda, the sap moss. I got this in a PR package and then they hit me to work with them for Instagram. Aveda is a cruelty-free line, vegan. So far, this is what I've been using. This is awesome in terms of the smell. I love earthy smells. It served me all kinds of like vanilla and jasmine. So I've been using this to shampoo. And when I shampoo, I focus on the scalp. And I usually wash my hair between like every 3 days. So focus on my scalp because that's where I sweat and that's where it stinks. I hate a smelly scalp. Okay, so just really get in there, massage. And then once I rinse, I condition. Currently using my deep conditioning conditioner and I love it for deep conditioning. I got it from a local stylist here in LA and it's locally made, natural ingredients. This is great slip and detangle and moisture. Again, I use what I have, not a big deal. Once I wash, I dry. Now, I don't like to wrap my hair in a towel anymore. My hair isn't that long, so I don't need to do that. What I will do is kind of get the ends because I still want the moisture and the water to hydrate my hair when I'm styling, because I'm gonna be styling. Now, this is where the pop and curls come in. Section your hair however way you section your hair. This is my travel size leave-in conditioner. I took the actual product and put it in travel sizes because I've been traveling a lot, so I don't have the actual container, but it's TGIN. I got it from Target and I just got it by chance and it works. I use this. Sometimes I use my old Kinky Curly, depending on what I have again. So I use either or, and at twirls. Ladies, twirl on them. Now sometimes I don't do all my hair. I just do like a couple pieces here and there. But if you want that popping curl, you do the entire head. The smaller the section, the more defined the curl. And the thicker the section, the more bounce. Less definition, more volume. Once I've done the entire head, I use a styling product. I've been using TGIN Curl Balm Moisturizing Styling Gel. I used to love my Eco Styler. Now I'm onto this stuff. It's natural, right? So I don't have that much left. So what I do, right, is I have it on my hands and I just scrunch and squeeze. She loves a good squeeze. So once that is in my hair, I then proceed to dry. I feel like air drying, because the weight of the moisture is in my hair, it kind of stretches the curl, which is totally fine. Summertime, I generally air dry, but sometimes wintertime, or if I want, again, a really poppin' curl with all that bounce, I will diffuse. So now the trick here is if you want volume, go against the hair. If you don't want volume or you don't want frizz, go with the hair. I just go against because I want volume. Once my hair is dry, or once I remember, I use an oil for my scalp. When I forget to oil my scalp, I just feel like it gets dry and flaky. And I guess you have to know your scalp because sometimes it could be dry or sometimes it could be like dandruff or whatever the case is. But for me, it's dry scalp, so I have to moisturize. I use the Ali K Essentials 17 Hair Growth Oil. It smells good. It's like minty. It's refreshing and it feels good. So I work that in my hair, in my scalp, and then I massage. And then you diffuse, or you finish diffusing. You can do a combo of natural air dry and diffusing. I do both. But again, this is day 1. By day 2 or 3, it starts to get massive. The takeaway is the twirl. How big or how small this section of the twirl on the curl, and whether you decide to air dry or diffuse, and whether you decide to put a diffuser on your blow dryer. Sometimes I don't. When my diffuser was broken, I didn't have an attachment. My curls were cute, but they weren't popping. Once I put this on, that made the world of a difference. So I believe that wraps up my hair tutorial. Let me know your tips in the comments below, and check me out on Instagram. Turn your notifications on, and until next time, remember to do you, be you, and stay true, boo. Be shameless. I'm using the, ooh, girl. Oh my God. All kinds of massages happening all up in this. Get those curls popping. Yeah, what.